Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Jess here from CoreHealth Physiotherapy and Pilates in Norwood, Adelaide. Today I want to discuss a bit about the shoulder joint. The shoulder joint is the most mobile joint in the body and performs motions such as flexion and extension, internal rotation and external rotation, and adduction and abduction. The shoulder joint is a shallow ball and socket joint, which is what helps the shoulder maintain the mobility, unlike the hip joint, which is a true ball and socket joint. Think of the shoulder joint like a golf ball on a tee. In order to maintain functionality and stability of the shoulder, it needs to be secured into place. So the rotator cuff muscles act as a cuff surrounding the shoulder and hug the head of the humerus into the glenoid fossa. The rotator cuff is comprised of 4 muscles. 1 muscle at the front of the shoulder blade and 3 muscles that sit at the back of the shoulder blade. The balance of strength of these 4 muscles is imperative to maintain correct function of the rotator cuff and the shoulder and minimize injuries throughout the rotator cuff. Common injuries that we may see at the clinic can be tendinopathy, tendinitis, shoulder impingement syndrome, or rotator cuff tears. We can also see bursitis. Today, I want to demonstrate some exercises that can help strengthen the muscles of the rotator cuff. So the first exercise, as Celine, our exercise physiologist, is demonstrating, is external rotation off the cable. This exercise can also be done with a resistance band if you don't have a cable at home. So standing side on to the cable, with the cable in your outside hand, you're going to drive the elbow in towards the body with the arm at 90 degrees. Retracting that scapula, pull the shoulder blade backwards, pushing the elbow into the side and pull the cable out away from the body. Then rotate the cable back in towards the body. As you do this exercise, think about squeezing the shoulder blade in towards the spine at the back. You want to try and minimize the rotation, the movement of the shoulder forwards and backwards. And for this reason, it might be a good idea to use a towel or a mat, placing it in between the elbow and the shoulder to help you squeeze the shoulder blade in, minimizing the activation from the deltoid or the back of the shoulder. So the next exercise is another external rotation exercise. However, this time the arm is in abduction, so out towards the side. Have the cable at shoulder height and perform a high row, pulling the elbow backwards. Keeping the elbow at shoulder height, rotate the arm up towards the ceiling, maintaining a 90-degree bend at the elbow. Then, nice and slowly, return the arm back towards the ground. Again, with this exercise, you want to make sure that when you pull backwards, you're not moving the elbow forwards and backwards as you rotate. So the elbow stays still and you're isolating the pivot point around that elbow. Throughout this exercise, you also want to make sure that you don't flare your ribs backwards. So you want to think about pulling your ribs down and engaging the abdominals in order to perform this movement. A progression to this exercise is the addition of a shoulder press overhead. Pull that shoulder blade back into the row, externally rotating the arm till the elbow and shoulder are both at 90 degrees. This time, you're going to press the cable up towards the ceiling, keeping that shoulder blade lowered towards the ground and not letting it come up towards your ear. Again, making sure that you don't flare your ribs through this exercise, making sure that your arm also doesn't go in towards the cable. So you want to press up nice and straight with the arm towards the ceiling and then come back down. So you should be feeling this exercise again in the back of the shoulder blade. The next exercise I want to share is isometric external rotation into a shoulder press. So holding an isometric external rotation with a power band or TheraBand between both hands, you're going to come into a shoulder press movement. So you're going to flex the shoulders all the way up towards the ceiling and then bring them all the way back down. Importantly for this exercise is to not let the elbows come out away from the body and the wrists turn in. So you want to make sure your wrist stays in line with your elbow throughout the entire exercise. The final two exercises not only work the rotator cuff muscles, but also target the deltoids and overall are good functional stability exercises for your shoulder joints. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys learned a little bit more about the shoulder and its stability and function. Remember, if you have any pain within the shoulder blade or within your shoulder joint, make sure you see an exercise physiologist or a physiotherapist who can help monitor and manage that pain. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more content in the following weeks.